Alright, we're back up to being live. Fucking... I swear to fuck.
So, we're good?
No, I gotta get the table back up, but yes, we are back to being live.
Alright.
Okay.
Also, Alex, you don't know who Long Wrong is, or at least I don't think you do.
No.
He was a dwarf who had part of his brain removed for failing part of his pact.
Oh, so, yeah, so fucking, in one of my Draguna, stories, the party was led to the Temple of Mordosk, which is my version of Tiamat, but there's more heads for the rest of the colors. So it's red, yellow, green, blue, orange, purple, white. So it's the black, white, red, blue, green, yellow, orange, purple.
Right.
And they were descending each floor going through the colors. So they were essentially like slowly getting closer and closer to Mordosk. They get to the purple level and they are given a challenge to fight the purple dragon, which is one of Mordosk's royal guardians. They fail. It ended up as a TPK. But instead of them all dying, they were brought to Mordosk's lair, straight to her treasury. And she simply said, you have a choice. Either you sign a contract with me, and I become your patron, and you work for me under my bidding, or the privilege I have given to you will be revoked. So, it's pretty much a join me or die situation. They sign the contracts, they're sent off to their quote-unquote squadron that they have joined because part of that squadron had died off, and they need replacing. They're the new replacements, and they meet this kobold that is the leader of the crew, who thinks he is, a dragonborn who is actually the leader, and a dwarf who believes his name is Longrong. And the dragonborn explains certain things. They all failed one of their missions, so each of them lost something dear to them to live. The dwarf lost part of his fucking intelligence. So, any blacksmithing knowledge he knows, any inheritance knows, things that make a dwarf in terms of historical knowledge and shit, is gone.
Basically a gray dwarf.
Gotcha.
The kobold lost his sense of anything to do with being tame. He is uncontrollable, he's mouthy, he's very abrupt. He is what DM kobold pack tactics is on steroids, cocaine, and heroin at once. The Dragonborn lost his freedom. He has not seen the light of day in decades. And his power comes from the light of day. So essentially, he just got nerfed.
Bro, that's fucking wild. That was absolutely wild.
So the party is now with like, oh, they start hearing all this shit, and now they're getting this anxiety of just like, did you just step outside to smoke?
Not quite yet, but that is the plan.
About to say, because we can suddenly hear a fan.
Everything suddenly
Uno momento.
loud and noisy and annoying.
Alright.
Alright, so yeah.
We good?
Yeah, we're good. Oh, that's why he
So
switched
what-
to his phone. I'm
What
gonna mute him
was
separately.
the last part you heard?
Something about Zyra, and then...
Alright, so you look in front of you, you see nothing but just cavern tunnels. You look behind you, you see the end of the carriage and the outside. Nothing. As far as you know, it seems perfectly fine. And as you continue on, eventually you will see a hanging lantern, which seemed to be like snuffed out. But as you look further down, you'll start to see more lanterns, but actually lit. you know.
I'm gonna use my basic Arcana knowledge to see if this is an illusion or genuine flame.
Go ahead.
Should I mute
Yeah.
Alex for a second while people
I did
are
too.
talking to him?
Yeah, I did.
No,
Oh.
I meant like server mute for a second.
I just casual muted him. So that is. Damn, she got fucking nerfed from when we had her in the other campaign. Oh no, that's because she was level 6. That's why. Okay. 2, 4, 5, dirty 22, 23. What the fuck is 8 plus 5?
As you can determine, these are regular lamps. They are regular lanterns that have been lit not too long ago. It's just that one that you've just passed was just because the wick had burned out.
I'm gonna take the lantern that the wick had burned out. I'm gonna inspect it to see just how much of the wick is left, if any.
You're just gonna go up. You're just gonna fucking try to take that bitch out the ceiling.
Oh, it's at the ceiling. My bad. I thought it was just hanging off the wall.
It's like chained to the ceiling. No.
I thought you said the cart barely missed it.
Yeah, the cart barely missed it because it's hanging right above. I mean, she could probably like fucking hop onto it and then yank it down, maybe.
Alright, so is this one of those like it's a chain link attached straight to the
So
To the
tie on
loop?
ceiling. Oh yeah. So
Okay.
There's like a metal like.
So like the loop that you normally like hook onto like say your belt loop or just a casual like hook on the wall, that is chain linked straight to the chain that's to the ceiling?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it then.
Okay.
Huh. I'm going to. Fuck it. I am
fuck it.
going to go ahead and take one of my charcoal pencils, and I'm then going to just cast prestidigitation on it and make it ablaze just very softly. Have it be like a soft. That way we have some kind of light, and I'm just gonna casually like slow walk towards these other lanterns to inspect them.
I mean, we're in the cart traveling towards them.
I'm out of the cart.
So, on top of Tori already lighting a candle, you light down that piece of charcoal, and you continue on ahead of the cart, and you just see the other lanterns are exactly like the other ones.
Hanging from the ceiling?
Hanging from the ceiling. But as you walk down the path, you see like little side passages. And down these side passages that you can see, they just lead to other tunnels. One really big ass labyrinth. Exactly how the Underdark should be. The rest of the carriage driver just says, "No, only a few more minutes. Shouldn't be there too long."
I'm gonna just on my charcoal pencil and just like wave it out. I'm just. How the hell do you know where you're going?
No, we just follow the tunnel.
There's
Sounds
multiple
really
tunnels. How
fun.
do you know which one to take? You say it like you've
No.
done this before.
Yeah, done it multiple times.
How
Not
the-
for you.
Where the hell are you taking us?
To the city, I told you.
What city?
Yeah, it's a new. Van Strad. They really shouldn't have changed the name. I prefer New Neverwinter.
I do
Fine.
too. I concur with that one.
It's called Everbloom.
What?
I mean, yeah.
What the hell is
Hold
Everbloom?
on. I think what you mean is last time you were there, you saw the town that was named Everbloom. They changed the name, and then they changed the name again. Well, they didn't technically change the name; they were destroyed. But Completely different.
Destroyed.
Yeah, there was two big wars, one down here in the south and one up north.
We had a great war, but we reigned victorious, and then we had a second great war. Well, we reigned victorious again, and Valindra was sent off to whence she came.
Well, yeah, that's what it says in the history books, but then after that...
I was there!
What do you mean you were there?
I was in the war!
No, but there's been another one.
There's been a third one.
No. Two.
Yes, the first one had Valindra in it, who took the dragons and stormed the Sword Coast trying to overrun them. She was sent back and exiled. She came back, and then we overran her again and finished her for good, sending her to the Nine Hells.
Yeah, well, I know that. That's part of the history books.
What do you mean they... Oh, you watch as she's like running her hands through her face, like you see she's getting frustrated.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's obviously, y'all are heroes. I mean, obviously, if you know this in such great detail, well, shit.
Of course I know it! I was right fucking there! What do you mean it was destroyed?
And Fink just kind of like all groggy, like pokes her head out of the barrel. What's going on now?
I'll go back to sleep.
Okay. So, might need to take a seat then. If you're gonna get all worked up. You know, I haven't really lost anyone.
Where's Tawan?
Where's what?
Tawan. General Commander Tawan.
I don't know. Maybe he's in the new city. I haven't heard of him. I don't pay attention to local politics.
Have you ever considered a career in them?
No, I haven't. I like myself as a carriage driver. Lets me see the world. You might want to take a seat. I can give you a little rundown of I think what might have happened while you were gone.
Personally, anyone who doesn't pay much attention to current events would consider a career in politics.
So you see that she just fucking like stuffs her charcoal pencil she let obviously she snuffed it out a while ago, stuffs it back into like the spiral binding that she uses for the notebook that she made, like it's very much handmade. Sits next to the carriage driver in the front of the carriage. What the hell happened while I was gone?
So, what exactly is the last thing you remember? I mean, that's where I probably start off it.
Well, the Second Great Wars, Valindra came back, and, well, from what we understood, is she manipulated the ethereal plane, so when one summoned an ethereal ghost, it summoned her instead, and she got back to the material mortal plane. She then tried to go around and find the pieces that we scattered of her tiara, which is the source of her power. Well, fast forward a few years later, we find a guy, and see, she ponders for a moment as she starts that, like rubbing her thumb across the ring, and he goes off on a job. He goes missing. Me and a bunch of adventurers help Commander Tuan try to piece together the crown back together, and well, we had a bond. Her name was Syl. And she was a Cauldron of the Spirits. She used the crown for her own usage to really tap into her power as being a spirit bond, but the soul gem goes in history of you don't use it, it uses you, which very few understood, and Valindra was the only one to master it, so that's she was in control. Well,
I do what? I mean, like, what is the last major event you remember. Not like, not that I'm saying I'm not interested in this. This is obviously really interesting. I never read about this, but what is the last major event, like, for the world?
I'm just trying to catch up on my own accord, so... Valindra was defeated a second time. We sent it to the Nine Hells. Her soul was absorbed by the crystal, being that it was one of the founders. And Syl was overtaken by Valindra's soul. We had to fight against Syl, lay her to rest. I retired for a little while, and I was called back into it because these group of adventurers were needing my help for some certain artifact huntings. The Venus character that I mentioned, he took me in, and we went across many planes and in worlds, hunting various artifacts for his own treasury and my own experimentation in, well, I'm following my father's footsteps. And then he tells me I need to find another artifact buried within these ruins, and she opens up her bag and shows the, like you had opened up the thing with it, like, oh, great riches beyond, thinking that this is what he was talking about. And I was sent here, and obviously you picked me up, and here I am. There's no way I was gone for that long. I was only maybe 4 years.
Well,
Isn't an oven year a century?
well, that whole Valindra business. How long ago did you say you worked for Venus?
I worked for Venus for... So the Second Great War happens, if my fucking calendar is correct, 8 years ago.
And when did you work for him? Just after?
No, I retired for a little bit, and then a group of adventurers that were claiming to be finding artifacts hired me, being, well, that's what I do. After I retired from the Everbloom God, I became an artifact hunter, trying to find lost artifacts of godlike power. They picked me up, and then they went south. And this Venus picked me up. I started working for him. That was like 4 years ago. There's a 3-year gap between the end of Syl's life and Venus picking me up.
Because that second war you're talking about, this might be a bit of a shock. That was maybe over 20 years ago.
What?
I don't exactly know if you're misremembering things, but it's been a while.
You see she's rubbing her fucking temples, like, and just groaning.
I know you elves can be in a trance for a while, I believe, right?
For 4 hours?
Oh, well, I didn't know. Maybe you overslept.
Oversleep? You just don't oversleep 20 fucking years!
Well, I don't know. I've heard of worse. People being petrified for 10 years. Haven't aged a day.
Well, that's just because but never mind.
Well, those people were turned to stone.
Well, I don't know how elves work. Anyway.
I know. No, just like everyone else, I do go in the same box at the end of the day.
Oh, keep it up and I'm putting you in a fucking box.
Hey,
Can I be in the box too?
No.
Sure, go on the one with the goblin.
At some point, you...
Do
Yes.
not go in the one with the goblin.
Hey.
Do not.
But wait, the goblin? But the goblin smells stinky.
Okay, so instead of...
Then go on the other one.
Go in the other. Back there.
No, not that one, that's the microwave.
No.
Or do, it's
Actively
your
search
choice.
for a box.
Do or don't. It is your choice. You can... Oh, hold on. He goes ahead, pulls out that device from before. And that shit is blinding like a flashbang. So he just turns that around. Down to the floor. He's like, I think we're pretty much there. Ugh.
And
I hate that.
Fink just says, I'm sorry, you'd smell like a salmon hatchery too if you had to do some of the things that I had to do to clean out holdings.
You wouldn't happen to know prestidigitation, would you? I don't believe I caught your name earlier, unfortunately.
It's Fink.
Not you. The drow.
Unfortunately, I do, and you may refer to me. Oh my god, it's been that long.
I can only imagine how it must feel.
I'm also not from this region. I did take a boat over here.
I don't think boats take that long.
I'm 30. This war happened when I was much younger, or, well, if I counted the years right, shortly before I was born.
Oh, that's right. I forget you're Leonin.
Yes.
No.
I only have a lifespan roughly equivalent to a human.
Yes. He goes ahead and he just tries his best to pocket the device as it's still just like flashing hard. I should really learn that shut off word. I should not have thrown away the manual. Anyway.
That seems rather stupid.
Yes. Well, they included 2 manuals in case you threw away the first one or lost it. Ugh.
Let me guess, you threw away both?
Yes. That was foolish. Anyway, as you guys continue only a few more feet, Zyra, with your special fucking eyes, you're going to notice that this hallway leads into this big ass room with a big ass solid stone and metal gate with a person standing right in front of it, clad head to toe in fucking ivory and gold armor, with a great sword in their hands. And as the carriage rolls up, say, "Oh, what do you wish to enter?"
I'm just an undertaker looking for work.
Carriage driver sits up, says, "This one right here." He points to Zyra. He just says, "Traveler, mortician. I believe that's right. That's what you."
Yes.
Okay.
Mortician, undertaker.
He's looking for work. Got a child here. Child of this one, adopted, not related, obviously. And goes ahead, points in the box, and there's green skin back there. Green skin back there. But yeah, I'm here on commerce. They're here for treasure hunting or looking around, exploring. And all of you that are magically inclined, so that means all of you, when you look past this guard at this gate, you get this really awkward feeling. Like when you look at the gate, it's like you can see it there, but your brain tells you there's nothing there. It's like this nagging feeling creeping up the back of your mind that doesn't exist, but you can see it.
Arcana?
Sure, go right ahead.
Kana could just use detect magic.
What?
In the Underdark, if it is exactly how Sean is going to say it, that is just going to flashbang them.
Arcana should use detect magic?
Dirty 20. 15 plus
I
5.
mean, if anyone else wants to roll as well.
Yeah, give me just a second and you'll pull up my stats.
I am passing out over here.
If you need to pass
I
out.
will.
I didn't put anything into Arcana. Why did I
That's
put
fine.
something into History?
That's fine. You could still roll. Still try.
I got a dirty 20. I got
yeah.
19 plus 1.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying so hard to stay awake.
You're good.
I got a 21.
Oh, hell yeah. So, when you...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's also a dirty 20.
That's all good. So when you all look at this gate, it's a real gate. Except there's sort of this aura emanating from it. It just feels like in your mind that there's nothing there. And like the more you focus on it, the worse it like feels in your brain. It's telling you it's like you want to figure it out, but you also have this feeling of just gross. For Zyra, this was once felt before. Back in the grasslands, faced off against some people with these items.
Oh,
Now, if you want, roll a history.
Yeah, but to say with her head being as fuzzy as it is already. Okay. What the fuck is that? I can't read. I need to shine the light on it. Okay, that's not horrible. What do I have? Oh yeah, that's right. I got a plus 5 in that as well. So, 18.
Alright. So, back when you went on the Crashlands, there was obviously a lot of history, and their import was mostly magical creatures.
Free the slaves!
Free the s-
I'll buy that one!
Oh no. I remember that. That's so horrible. I mean, that's funny as shit, but, this same effect was on some of the cages that would nullify magical powers.
These
Eventually,
again.
guard lifts
Why
you up,
here?
lifts you down, go around, starts to inspect the carriage. Alright, you're fine. And goes ahead, walks over, smacks the gate with the end of his greatsword, and that parts. It opens. And it just looks like another tunnel straight shot. Except visibility cuts off about 10 feet in. After that, even with dark vision, even with superior dark vision, even with your sight, looks pitch black after that 10-foot mark.
Oh, God Christ.
Alright, go on in. Carriage driver just goes ahead, gets his horse to start on the moon. Ah,
Crazy.
that was Jeremy. He's always a nice gate guard. Y'all look uneasy. What's up?
And there's something odd about the magical mechanisms of the gate itself.
I think I'm going to be sick.
I think it's really pretty.
That's just me,
really,
darling.
someone likes it.
No, you're too old, Grandma.
I'm only 27.
In elven years, yes.
Wait, yeah, in dog years.
Because I got that dog in me.
No, I'm talking about.
No, that just means you're old as shit.
Talking about the darkness. Really pretty.
Yeah.
Almost as bad as my
okay.
father.
I'm not even gonna touch that with an 10-foot pole. But, why? What hurts your eyes?
It's not so much that it hurts my eyes so much as
Sunlight
it's
hurts my eyes.
the way the magic of the gate is. It's a deceptive type.
Oh, well, that's not magic. That's, what do you call it?
Enchantment?
Anti-magic. Eh. It's got anti-magic in it.
I assume to prevent people but
Yeah, blowing it up.
that shouldn't hurt someone's... That should not cause one discomfort to look at.
Well, kind of got a projected because the last incident we had, someone threw a fireball at it, and it exploded. Like
Why
right
do I have a
before.
feeling I know who did it?
Don't look at me.
No, it's not
No
you.
one
It's
was.
It's previous coworker.
We all know who to throw a fireball at it. Anyway,
Manea.
Manea, come out! No.
It could have also been Blue. He does exist.
But anyway, as soon as you get into that darkness, you feel a hard jerk to the right. Like the whole thing just curves to the right, but you're still going forward.
I'm sorry. I can't stay awake.
You're alright. If you gotta tap out, you can tap out.
All right. Well, keep me updated on stuff that's going on. I'll try to pop in after work if I can.
Alright.
Okay.
All right. See you then.
So you,
Connor, it's been fun.
Don't worry. I'll be around.
Hell yeah.
all right.
Just gonna
So-
say, not sure the point of Connor joining, considering he probably won't be here.
Well, as you, as the carriage continues on, and you feel that a hard jerk to the right, the air around you feels heavier. It's almost like you dropped in altitude even more. And a few more steps out, that darkness starts to clear, and the guy stops his carriage. He's like, "Oh, hold on. I want to take this one slow. I almost lost a few horses this last time. Hold up, hold up." And he looks like he's leaning forward, like he's trying to gauge where a car is gonna hit something in front of it before it starts to park. Hold up, hold up. Right there. And since your eyes have finally readjusted, you see out in front of you colossal cave opening. Fucking ginormous. An entire city underground, carved into the walls of the cave. City streets below, like a labyrinth of like salvaged wood and stone from the surface, most likely from different towns. These large housing buildings stretching all the way up in the middle of the cavern, almost like a support beam skyscraper. In the far back, it looks to be like a solid castle tower built into the back wall of the cave, and just like the houses, it extends all the way up to the ceiling. But unlike the houses, there are no windows. One large castle door at the bottom. Down at the bottom, you also see what seem to be market stalls, most likely. Commerce, people constantly going in, out, all over the place, looking like, any city would, despite the fact that, it's deep underground. And then you look off to your left. Oh, look, a platform. It doesn't have any railings. Most likely an elevator, though. Despite what OSHA would say, it's safe, I promise you.
We don't believe in OSHA around these parts.
Here it is. Here it is. The city of Elstrad. You know what? I'm just gonna call it New Neverwinter. This is it. We're about... I don't even know how far underground. This place never ceases to amaze me. I always look at it. Love it.
It is somewhat strange that they would elect to build here.
Well, I mean... These people are from... Old Neverwinter. They came from a place where war pretty much ravaged the surface. So, they decided to build it down here. Well, at least Venus did. He's the guy who runs the place. And he, invited everyone from there to live here. I mean, of course they had to help build it up, but it was a new home. Made it safe. Problem with it?
Not that I have a problem, just think it's an odd location.
Of course. Most people would prefer to be on the surface, but I mean, when every city you see has been besieged, yeah, it's kind of better to be down here. Hold on now. If you guys want to go ahead, I believe there's a stairwell, or if you want to wait for me to get the carriage on the elevator, I'll, get them over there.
I'll wait for the elevator.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Mason's already off the carriage, his little fucking backpack on, and he pulls out. I have it down on character. She has a flute, but I'm imagining more of a recorder. And he's playing a happy little tune, walking down. Hurry up, slowpokes!
Let's see. That's gonna be a lot of stairs. Gonna be a lot of stairs.
I'm getting too old for this.
You know, I once braved those steps. Had bad knees for weeks.
Lancey contemplates his such casual relationship with death. Lancey contemplates just hitting the child with fucking Eldritch Blast and sending him off the staircase.
Oh my gosh. So, he's gonna go ahead. Well, the carriage driver's gonna go ahead and he's gonna start to maneuver his horses and carriage onto the platform. He's gonna look over at Zara and be like, "You said you worked with Venus before, right?
Yeah.
And you got a card from him?
I do.
Well, maybe show it to the captain of the guard here. Maybe he can take you up to him. See if maybe he knows something about you guy. It's probably your best bet. Something I really think
How
of.
do you know so fucking much?
Used to work with the guy too. I used to do a few of his runs here and there when he was just starting this place.
I mean, just starting. He hasn't been
Well-
outside of his plane in forever.
No, I mean he's been around. I mean, you can see him start to get an odd look on his face. Did kind of show up right when the war started.
What do you mean right when the war started?
Yeah. You're gonna see a more confused. Now his face is becoming more and more confused. He showed up in the siege of Old Neverwinter happened. Started.
Well, mangas are great for business.
Go on.
Yeah. He came in with some mercenary groups and he said he would try to help us. Yeah.
You watch as her pupil dilates as she gets this like face of sudden realization. Oh no. I'm not
Meanwhile-
home. Oh fuck.
Meanwhile, Lancy's just like, yep, warmongers are great for business. Everybody profits.
True.
Except the
I mean,
poor.
and maybe he was one, yeah. I mean, he's a decent guy now, I guess. He did try to help us.
No, I mean, if you're saying what I think you're saying, no, he did not. You watch as she's pinching the bridge of her nose.
I mean,
So,
Fucking
sounds like you
portals.
might have sieged your town.
That's exactly what he fucking did. You watch as she just straight just punches a hole into the fucking carriage.
oh wait, what'd you say?
I said. Lancy said it sounds like he sieged your town.
And she said that's exactly what he fucking did.
What? Oh, and B. It's too. You could see his face start to like get like worse, where he's just like he.
The gears turn slowly.
Ah, fuck. You don't got me thinking actual things like this, do you? Such a cool guy.
Mine was. Yours is. Oh, the fucking portals! Either he's testing me, or he sent me here out of spite. Fucking tabaxi.
Hey, I was some
Careful,
impressive
your
today.
racism is showing.
No, here out on this one, I think she was just meaning him. I mean, if he's such a bad guy, I think she meant it singular. Unless she didn't. Well,
Now
I
it makes
mean,
sense why none of the fucking timelines are adding up. I'm not fucking home.
well,
I did used
I
to
don't
be
know
a
how to help
doctor.
you.
Should I
I don't know how to help you there. I mean,
well,
You don't
fine.
understand.
I didn't
yeah,
do brain
you know,
stuff.
I kind of don't.
Where I come from,
Mm-hmm.
he fell to the Shah when the spell plague occurred. Unfortunate events happened, which led to him making his bar in a portal dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Only certain chosen are coming in and out. Yours was successful at leveling my town. My people.
Could you stop yelling? We're right next to you.
I don't give. I need a drink. And she walks away.
I mean, you did say he was a bar. I mean, if you're gonna go see him, you could drink some of his stuff.
Oh, fuck off!
I always thought he was not dumb. I mean, shit.
Well, the only other way down seems to be the stairs. Enjoy the walk.
I go catch the kid that's walking down now.
No, the kid will be fine.
Well, are y'all walking down? Oh,
I'm
walking down.
not.
Are y'all walking down? Looks at Tori exclusively.
Nope. Absolutely the fuck not. I'm waiting for the elevator.
You already know I'm already been gone.
Gonna be a long walk for both of you. It's gonna be a long wait.
So there comes a point where I actually just start speed walking to at least try and catch up with Mason.
So, people that are walking, it's going to be 10 minutes of straight walking.
She's dealt with worse.
Downstairs.
How long is the elevator wait?
She's dealt with worse. She's had to do the same thing, just up.
Oh, God. God. I can feel it in my legs right now.
Sean, how long is the elevator wait?
About 7.
We all get there at the same time.
By the time that he gets his cart fixed up and in the proper position, yeah, it's probably been like 3 minutes. So, as you start to go into town, you see more of those guards, just those guys from the gate, just walking around. Seem to be like the local guards. And, obviously you're moving through the hustle and bustle with all these people, because if you aren't in one of those giant skyscraper housing blocks, you're in these giant marketplace, like constantly swerving through all the streets.
She has a bit of a panic moment as she's walking. She double checks her robes to make sure that it is the robes that she was given back when she was, home.
Only the same ones. The same ones. And as y'all start to walk through, you notice a little parade going by. Everyone loves parades.
Except that guy, he's holding a sniper.
Except that oh no. Oh, don't
worry. Don't worry, I got this. I sniped the sniper with Eldritch Blast.
Oh, let's go. You saved the president. No, good job. You're the boss. No. And as you watch this little parade go by, because of course they have to do it through the main street and fucking inconvenience every single person.
I just give them all
holding up traffic for 4 hours.
I give every single one of them a disapproving look as they walk by and look for a smiling face in the crowd.
You see,
this is what they get for blocking traffic.
You see this carriage roll by, standard fanfare. See some soldiers walk past, like a normal parade. And then you start to hear this loud thudding. Then a steam hiss. And out walks this almost 8-foot tall, it looks like walking suits of armor. Except when you look a little bit more at them, you can see some cogs and gears around their arms. And right as it walks past you, you see this fucking big-ass vent on the back.
Rather impressive automatons.
I don't think those are automatons.
It looks pretty well decorated. Maybe if they weren't, maybe they were just some sort of parade piece because, well, they look ivory and gold like every single other guard. They got these large flower symbols branded onto their pauldrons. And their head almost looks like the helmet of a gladiator adorned with a purple plume on top. So, a well-decorated thing. Anyone want to give me I don't even know what you would say. Investigation?
No, it wouldn't be investigation because we're not hands-on doing looks.
Perception?
If you're trying to inspect it closer to get more fine details, it'd be perception. If you're trying to deduce the meaning behind it, it would be an insight. If you're trying to, obviously history would be history. Arcane would be arcane.
So, I'll take a perception.
Okay.
How do you guys want to know what this is?
That's gonna be a.
Oh boy, this one might be
Hold on.
bad. Might be my first bad roll of the day.
That's gonna be an 11.
Um,
There's someone taller than me stood in front of me.
16.
60. Okay. How about Mason?
Mason is he's not going to do a check, but instead
fair enough.
he's gonna try to join the parade.
Oh god damn it.
Gonna try to walk on behind the parade.
He's gonna try to join in like he's supposed to be there, playing his little recorder.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Walk on up to the parade. And you start to join along. Now, Zyra, with that. Wait. Oh no. Clancy, with that roll.
Did you just call me Clancy?
Yeah, I'm calling you by your character's names.
It's Lancy.
Oh, Lancy. Oh shit. You mean I've been thinking about that wrong the entire time? My apologies.
Fucking, this is Gallon all over again.
Khalid?
No, everyone heard Galen at first, and then until after the stream thought it was Galen.
That's
Admit.
funny.
Pretty funny name. So, you'll see.
That's actually why his dad's named Galen.
You see it to be walking suit of armor. It could be a person in it. Could be an animated piece of armor. As for Zyra's 16, I'm right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Inspect it a little bit more. You don't remember a single thing about any of those things. Not even being like a warforged. That looks to be newer, you would say. Like, Deem powered, obviously. That is not a creature. That is not a magical entity. That is machinery. How advanced it is? Who knows? It could just be a simple walking motor. All dressed up. Who knows? It could be a person inside the damn thing puppeteering it. But, you watch as the story goes by, and Mason joining in behind them.
I'm just gonna let him go. I'm gonna look at it and just be like, bye.
I'm gonna keep a close eye on him just in case someone tries to fuck with him.
Look, I was concerned at first, but now at this point, the child just annoys me.
So, what are y'all choosing to do? You are now in the middle of this town, this city.
I'm just keeping an eye on Mason to make sure that no one tries to fuck with him or snap him.
I'm just gonna start talking around, seeing if people need work, or if people need a mortician.
You know what I just realized?
Mm-hmm.
What was your character? Lancy?
Lancy.
Yeah, Lancy and Azazel would make a great business together.
Oh my god. Well, considering Lancy actually has respect for the dead and pretty much only the dead.
Azaza will keep you in business. Azaza will keep you in business by providing your services as required.
Oh my god. Zaza's gonna keep me in business by making the bodies.
Yes! Now you get Like I said, he has an obsession with giving people service. And he also has an obsession with people needing his service.
Ah, he is dead now. Azaza will now perform ritual.
He's also one of the very few characters I've ever made that talks in the third person, and it's fucking great.
I have yet to make a character that talks in the third person just because I find it annoying. However, Azazel makes it funny.
Because he's a fucking lizard folk!
Also, I think it's because Zaza's stupid.
That's half of the reason.
No, he's just smart.
Oh man, if you guys like Azaza, I introduce you guys to Atamu, another lizard folk.
Wait, has Alex met Azaza?
No. He's only heard of the stories that I told him at work.
So he's heard of Gregory then?
I don't know. Yes, you have.
I am Gregory, by the way.
Yeah.
I play him.
Beautiful.
I am the war crime artificer, and in Sean's world exists another one of my war crime artificers.
Beautiful. Oh my god.
I'm gonna switch since we're not using this map anymore.
In Kana's world, he's specifically well known for blowing up a bar.
Beautiful.
However,
Blowing up a bar is top tier.
However, what's funny is his best friend is a drunken monk, Way of the Drunken Master monk who is actually a drunkard.
Oh my god, that's great.
That's Galad. I don't know if you've been told about Galad.
So as my own sanity is beginning to be questioned, I'm gonna take out my lexicon.
Okay.
And I am just going to see if I can make contact with my father and truly ask, am I home?
Go ahead, roll me an Arcana.
Religion? Arcana?
Religion, Arcana. I'd imagine since, it's...
This one might be a big oof. This one's gonna suck. An 11.
The connection was there, but it fizzles out.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
You could just see like a mild, like just soft disappointment in her eyes, like she's starting to lose hope.
Oh. You get to see Chester again. Ah!
Bennington?
Yeah.
What? No. Fuck no. Oh my god. So yeah. Well, the one Lancey talking around, you see people are just generally want to chat about the day, about what sales they could bring, sales that they could bring, talking about living in the buildings. So far, everything seems pretty nice around here. People talk generally well. Obviously, there's a few people bickering here and there, but that's given.
I'm seeing if there's any mortician or doctor's work needed.
So you go ahead and you ask some people, and they do point you in the way of the big-ass castle tower in the very back of, of the cave. They say, hey, back there, guard, they might have some work for you dealing with bodies of the deceased. That's, we report any bodies of our deceased loved ones to them, and they help them give a proper burial. So your work might be needed there.
I'm gonna start heading that way.
Alright, cool. Now, Mason is following the parade. Zyra's following Mason.
While also trying to just keep her own sanity together.
as it starts to go around, keep going, keep going, keep going, and as you know, Lancy is pushing way through the crowd straight to the castle. You notice that y'all are taking a big ass loop around and straight to the same castle in the back. Basically, this whole parade was just going the long way around to the center street, going across the center street, and going all the way back around to the castle.
Cool.
Through the density of the crowd, and you following straight behind, I would say you'll end up with Lancy getting there earlier. So both have been in the same place, but you'll happen upon Lancy being asked by the guard, what is your business? What do you wish to,
Well, sir, you see, I'm a mortician. I do also know a little of doctoral studies, mostly minor work. I can treat some wounds and help with some infections. I was wondering if any employee was needed in this particular region.
I believe you might be. I do have someone you should be able to talk to. Head inside. Just wait by the big elevator.
Thank you.
Of course.
Okay, so Gregory is spelled with 2 G's. Sorry.
It's okay. And now, they open up the gate for you, and you're free to go in.
I head inside.
Alright, cool. You walk in, you got, well, obviously this little courtyard area, and then you have the main building, which is, castle fucking tower-esque. Look at nice. And so you go ahead, you walk in, and you stand by the big elevator. You look around, and whenever you look through into like the buildings, or you looked at the open doors of the housing areas, it looked pretty much the same in here. It looked nice, a little bit cozy. I mean, as cozy as a home inside of a cave can be. But you're out of the elements, the dampness of the cave, I guess. And as the parade starts to pull into the courtyard, where Mason's gonna get stopped by the guard. Like, kid, what are you doing here?
Can't you tell I'm part of the parade? I'm actively trying to deceive him.
Oh, roll deception.
All right.
Let's see if a kid outsmarts this guard.
Nat 20.
Oh my
So
lord.
25 total.
Most charismatic child ever.
I mean, okay. I mean, fair enough. I don't think I've seen you before, but maybe you're just okay. Fair enough.
What do you mean?
Come
You've
on.
never seen me before. I'm always buying food for my family over at the market. I'm there about every other day.
Guidance is touched range, right?
Yes.
God damn it, it'd be funny if it were long range and I could just cast it on fucking Mason just to give him even more of a boost.
If you're a sorcerer, you wouldn't have that issue.
Yeah, but I'm over here playing a cleric.
Please go in. You're fine to go in.
Okay, thank you.
Sees Zyron's like, halt. Who are you?
I'm his mother.
Hurry up, Mom!
Give me just a minute, sweetheart.
Okay. Fair enough. Go right ahead. Then go ahead, keep the gate open for you.
I'm just gonna walk on in.
And close the gate and be like, Oh, I feel like I haven't seen them before. Anyway.
Cool. Question.
Yes.
How much of the city did I get to explore while being part of the parade?
So basically, all right. I would say you went maybe like 4, 5 blocks, pretty much.
4 or 5
So not
blocks?
that much. Not that much. Like
Anything
city blocks.
interesting seen? Like any important landmarks?
Oh, hold on. Actually, you would have passed by. Where is it? A large, obviously, a standalone building with a book sign on it. Probably like what? Great big cathedral looking building that was tucked away towards the very back, facing in from the entrance you guys just took, the back left of the cave, towards, like, obviously the left of the castle tower. And then you would see another, more of a dug out section to the right of the main tower. Other than that, you couldn't really determine what they were since you were focused on the parade more.
So, I'm just gonna, out of my own curiosity, look over the commission seat of the treasures that are being rumored. Look it over just one more time.
Or you get the chance.
So,
Can I borrow a pencil, please? Pretty please?
I hand him a charcoal pencil.
Yeah, I'm gonna start drawing out a bit of a map.
so over the rumored treasures was a magical key. It seems to be like any mundane key, except with just a mere touch, it allows the user to unlock any door, any chest, or any lock. Said apparently it was stuffed away in some decrepit old dungeon towards the towards the coast. This
So,
is armed.
does it have any emblems or writings or just any tell marks to say who would have, like, mass published this commission paper?
Oh yes, there's a great big signature that you would recognize. It's on the back of that business card. Nice V. A. Bottom of that paper.
Hey kid, let me see your treasure paper that you came for.
Oh, you mean this one?
I'm gonna look it over and see if it's the exact same paper.
V. A.
Yeah, that's the one. You could tell in the tone of her voice of like she's very salty, but like I should have seen it. I should have seen it coming a mile away.
Should have seen it. But if you'd like to
kick
look over,
his ass.
if you'd like to look over the other wonderful magical items. you would see a sort of an odd set of armor, one that has the extended chest piece, almost like it's like a spike sticking out. It has these little spheres up on the shoulder pauldrons and all the way down the hands. What it could be used for? Who knows? Maybe it's just a fancy looking set of armor. Apparently it might be magical. Apparently people seem to think so. Then you see something a bit more interesting. See this gilded plate, or like a gilded stand, like a little. You know how some people have like their like a crystal ball on a stand? Think of that, except instead of it being like a crystal ball, it's a glass shard with, or maybe some sort of gem shard with the glowing depiction, a depiction of a star inside of it. They say it's something called a Dominator Shard. What its
Didn't
power is?
Didn't we just find that a while ago?
No.
I'm really not in the right timeline. Fucking multiverse.
Did you hit your head?
No. Venus simply set up the wrong portal.
But
Would it be possible to do a history check, see if I recognize any of these names or what Zero's looking at?
Meanwhile, you just have me here who missed a couple sentences and now I've lost the entire conversation.
basically, Zyra was looking over the magical items that were rumored to be in this land.
I kind of gathered that.
Let's see, that is going to be. If you'll allow it, it'll be a 15 on history
Yep.
check.
Yeah, of course. I don't see why not. So, you over here are saying Venus, and you think back and you're thinking, I think I've heard of that guy. Ma was talking about him. Something about him being some really cool guy from the Sword Coast, or what used to be the Sword Coast. Apparently, he was some type of good mayor, ruler, something like that. Either way, he was somewhat notable.
Is this a Venus guy from the Sword Hand?
In your timeline, yes. In mine, no.
And, is he like